Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. So excited to see you here. Hi,
Hello.
I'm Georgianne, and this is my very good friend Eric. And we are here to just spend a couple of minutes talking a little bit more about the message we heard on Sunday from Josh. And as you know, we have been in this Rooted series. It's flying by, going really quickly. But this is the first message of two, where we're going to talk about finding out what your purpose is.
Yes.
And some of us may think we know what our purpose is and not really know. I personally, when I took the test, the gifting test, I was kind of far off. Did you ever take that test?
I don't think I've taken it yet.
Well, we'll talk about that more in a minute. But I'm going to just read this really quick from Ephesians 4. It says, "From him the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, grows and builds itself up in love as each part does its work." And Josh said something that I thought was so good. He said, like, that sort of takes the pressure off of us, right? Because, like, God already knows, already designed it, already has it planned and figured out. And so we just need to commit to follow, right?
Yeah. There's plenty of things I do not like doing. I am very introverted, and I do not want to stand there and greet every single person that comes in the door. That is not my cup of tea. I don't want to be up. I can't sing, so I don't want to do Mark's job either. I hate when they make me host, so thankfully I do that.
You do pretty good at hosting.
Possible.
Singing, I'm going to reserve comment.
Okay.
Just kidding.
It's nice to have you this week.
I am kidding. You're a very good singer, actually.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but we have totally, each person has totally different gifts. Eric and I are gifted very differently. And we talked a little bit before we came on here about, my house takes a lot to run, right? We have 5 kids at home. We work from home and then in ministry here at church, and just a lot of moving parts. And Jack and I, within our family, we do totally different things. And he is not gifted in administration. And so, he leaves, organizational things, budgeting things, spreadsheet type stuff, that all stays to me. Mm-hmm. But, he's more shepherding than I am. And so he does a lot more with, discipleship of our kids. And so I think, figuring it out is important, because how do you know how well you really function together if you don't know where you're gifted at? And then so if you take our small family and then blow it up into a church of a couple hundred people, I think
everything's there.
Yeah, and if we don't figure it out, we feel like a little disjointed, right? Or some things are falling through the cracks, and we, like you said, you don't particularly feel like you want to be greeting everybody, but somebody has to do that, right? Because otherwise people are like, I went there and no one talked to me.
Yeah, I'm thankful to be on a pastoral team that has Josh to be the evangelist, because that is not my vibe. It stresses me out. I just feel like it drains me so horribly. I'd rather be filling pastoral and teaching roles within the body than to be doing what Josh is so good at.
Well, if you think about that actually as a person's body, I mean, if you don't have a hand or an eye or an ear, you're missing out on part of how your body is intended to function. Mm-hmm. And that's actually what, the word says about it is, uses that as a metaphor for the church and how people operate within the church. Well, Josh gave us a homework assignment. And it's fivefoldsministry.com, and you're supposed to go there. And he said there's a short version of the test and a long version. You can go there. If you have absolutely no idea what your gifts are, you can go there and spend a little bit of time to take the test, and then spend some time thinking about that before we come back here next week, right?
Yeah, and I recommend you talk to those closest to you, because I've never taken a
yes,
test like this.
Yes, that's a great point.
But I wouldn't be a pastor in a church if it wasn't for like godly men in my life calling out what they saw that I was gifted at. So like do the test, that can be very helpful, but also go to those who you're close with, that you walk this journey with.
Yeah, that is so true, because we don't, we don't always have a really accurate view of ourselves, right?
Yeah, and I hate preaching, but if it wasn't for people like telling me like, hey, you should be doing this, I wouldn't do it at all.
Right, that's what's so odd is, like you say, it, really is nerve-wracking for you, but you're so good at it. And I think, and again, that's what part of the body is, like, exhortation and, helping people discover their gifts. So I'm really excited to see what everybody comes back with this week after taking that test. I'm sure you probably can already tell one of mine is administration. That's not one that's on the test, but that is one of the spiritual gifts. So take the test. We'll put the website up here for you so that you can go check that out. And then join us back here on Sunday for part 2 of Discovering Your Purpose. If you missed any of these messages in the Rooted series, you can go back and find them on YouTube. And then join us back here next Tuesday, 8 o'clock, and the Tuesday after that, and the Tuesday after that, every week. All right, we will see you soon. Thanks for joining us. And I actually didn't say this at all, but feel free to drop comments and questions here in the comment section, and we will chime in to you as soon as we can.
Have a good week.
Take care.